Hi, this is Sean Overton with OneStepRemove.com. In this video we're discussing the traits that are common to successful automated traders. So people that are running expert advisors, that are running strategies, doesn't matter what you call it, the basis is that you've got a computer program that puts your buy and sell orders in the market. Now the one thing that distinguishes them apart from everybody else is that their intellectual capabilities are somewhere on the extreme. So as I put in the blog post, they are either dumber than a sack of rocks or they are among the best and the brightest. And it seems like people that are in between are just not present in people that meet with success. So what I cited in the blog post, and I love this, is a friend of mine, Todd Browden, told me about an experiment where if you put mice in a box and you put cheese on the right side or the left side, if on the left side you put the cheese 40% of the time, but on the right side you put it 60% of the time, the mouse eventually learns and stops going to the left side. So if it gets to the right side and it sees that the cheese is on the left side, it says, oh well, but it goes to the right side every time because it knows it gets to eat more cheese when it goes to the right all the time. Human beings can't make that distinction, so they try and guess it, like there's some sort of pattern in the randomness. There's not. It's 60-40. Now whether what the next one is going to be a win or a loss, or cheese or no cheese, if you put a human being in that situation, they're going to try and figure out the system. There is no system. So with the not so bright crowd, I think there's something very basic that they're able to see. There's some sort of recurrent pattern, and they get to eat more cheese if they do this behavior every time. On the opposite side of the spectrum, you get the brainiacs, the people that are often too smart for their own good, but occasionally come up with that one really solid genius idea that they're able to pursue and to turn into a fully automated system. Regardless of who they are and what their experience is, there are two factors in common. One is they have a tremendous amount of market experience, and I don't mean like a year or two, I mean bare minimum 5 years, but more than likely 10 years, 20 years, 30 years in the markets. And then the second is that they are incredibly persistent and that they have the budgets to pursue this kind of thing. So when you are trying to build an automated trading system, it's a process that takes literally hundreds of hours. The idea that you're going to just build an expert advisor, you're going to turn it on and it's going to make money for the rest of your life. I know I'm in the business of selling programming for expert advisors, but the reality is that that's not a realistic goal. So we're here to facilitate research and to make sure that you come up with the best ideas and pursue them in a logical way, but it's just not going to happen that the first time you come up with something, you come out with something that succeeds. So they're persistent, they're patient, they have the resources to pursue the project, they have tons of experience, and then they tend to be extremely disciplined when they actually get in the market. I wrote in the blog again about how hard that transition is, where you go from research phase, more or less, maybe it takes overnight, but the point is that in a very short period of time, relatively speaking, you get an outcome. I made 20%, I made 10% over some arbitrary time period, but the idea of profits seeps into your mind, and on a day-to-day basis, that's not how trading works at all. You have winning days, you have losing days. As it swings back and forth, you start to doubt yourself, you feel less confident. It's really hard to follow through with the trading plan that you've spent the last months or possibly years outlining. So when you reach those points, you actually have a learning process for the switch from research to execution. You have to teach yourself to follow the same techniques that you did with verifying that the strategy works. You compare the live results to your hypothetical back test over the live result period, make sure it works. And when you come up with a process that you can go through to relieve the anxiety, to build your confidence in the system, that's the point where you're able to take an automated trading system, verify that it should work in real life, and actually make it work for you. If you have any questions on this, you can find me at www.onestepremove.com. My name is Sean Overton. Thank you for listening.